Hi, my name is Cynthia Mwangi and welcome to Behind the Mic. Now today we are hosting one of the most misunderstood media personalities in my opinion. I know her personally, but I'm assuming most of you know her through radio or the newspaper articles she writes, or even better yet, her Facebook updates. Her name is Diana, and today we are going behind the mic to meet the real person. Is she really what she writes or what she says on radio, or she's a totally different person? I don't know. Come with me.
First of all, people need to know that the Diana on radio, the Diana on the newspaper, the Diana on the socials, especially on Facebook, and now Diana qua ground, those are very different people. It is evening. I've run away from home. My mom is not at home. Ataskiza hii kitu. Atanichapa. The Diana on the ground is a very, not really very, but a reserved person, shy, very hopeless romantic. Hapo ndo huwa nachapiwa character development. People can relate with my stories or my articles.
Yes.
It has made me more confident as a woman. Then, you know, women don't really speak up. So when I speak for other women or I speak for people, the voiceless, I think it has made me more confident, and so this is happening and I can do more about that.
Hi.
Yeah. Hey.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Niko salama, your makeup.
I am on point. Okay, thanks. Okay, thank you very, very much. Now you're seated here quietly waiting.
Yeah,
now,
just...
we are going to have a fantastic girl talk, and most of the time most women are able to open up and even have conversations easier, like mkichill mahali comfortable. Unasikia nika uko comfortable? Kabisa
niko poa, kabisa. I feel even like na hii weather Nairobi, you feel like you want to sleep, but anyway, let's girl talk.
Yay! So people know Diana on radio, and people know Diana on the newspaper, and they know Diana on social media. And then I know Diana in person.
Those are very different people.
Very different people.
Totally different people.
So now that we're behind the mic, who is Diana?
Okay, which Diana? Basically, the real Diana. First of all, people need to know that the Diana on radio, the Diana on the newspaper, the Diana on the socials, especially on Facebook, and now Diana qua ground, those are very different people. Diana is a 39-year-old. I just turned 39.
Oh, yes, you did. We're celebrating your birthday the other day.
Yes. I turned 39, and I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 2.
Yes.
My first is 19. Hey. My first 19, then my interim last born. Why are we laughing?
Let's move.
He's 7. He's a second grader. My first is just completed his first year at the university.
The very tall one.
The very tall one who looks like... yeah, it's okay. Too tall. Yeah, too tall. Yeah. Short mothers make the best mothers anyway.
What?
Thank you. Now that is it. I'm the firstborn in my family in a family of 5. Yeah.
Okay, so how did you end up on the papers? Because the Diana that I know is not the Diana who... Those are 2 different people.
I've had passion for writing ever since in primary. I used to be the best insha writer, composition writer. Then I think I just had that passion in media generally, and especially writing.
So that's how you ended up in media
in Nairobi? Yeah, media in
How was the journey like for you?
Okay, I really, my dream was to join KIMC, Kenya Institute of Media Studies. Then, but during those days, I did my Form 4 in 2001. During those days, it was not as easy as now. So I ended up joining Eldoret Aviation Training Institute. I did a diploma in media studies and journalism. Then, yeah, that was then. Then my very first media career was way back in Bungoma for a few years. 2008, 2009, 2010. I joined another media house in Kisumu for 3 years. And then now I came Nairobi not so long ago. That was in 2013. Joined Royal Media Services. Nairobi siya kukuja, ni kuzaliwa huku. That is my basically my media journey, I would say.
Until now that you're on media.
Yeah.
So since we already know who you are in media, you have a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
How do you have a 19-year-old?
Yeah, I got my baby 19 years ago after high school. And then, you know, my dad is a cop, who was a cop. Actually, on radio, I call myself mtoto wa polisi. Wow, we stop laughing.
What?
My dad was a cop. My
You're
mother,
a trier.
I'm a Taliban. My mother was a teacher. Yeah.
Really?
So our home was basically serikali.
It was like military ground.
I know.
But see yourself.
No, I tried. The good thing is I didn't get a baby when I was still in school.
I tried hard.
I really tried. So I was not a bad girl anyway. So
yeah.
Life happens. That's the mantra I use. Life happens. So, you know, I was this shy girl. I'm still shy. So it was after high school. You know, I was having this boyfriend way back from Form 2, Form 3, Form 4. And then people were doing things. Then as we were like, okay, situmalize shule kwanza.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah, so we finished school, then life happened. First day.
So this entire time you're having a boyfriend, your father didn't know?
I think he suspected.
And he didn't
Forget
know
about my father, my mother. Kai, that old girl, my mother.
She found out.
My mother will even suspect a cousin. My mother, I didn't have friends. She didn't even, if I had a friend who had a boyfriend, she will cut off the friendship.
Or on your behalf, thanks
on my on my behalf. She cut off very many friends of my childhood friends. In fact, most of them I'm just finding them in our adulthood. Oh. She will cut off like, nisikupata unatembea na mtoto wa fulani, anatembeanga na vijana. Then you know those lines of our mothers, then like, you want to get married? Anytime you have a boyfriend or she suspects you have a boyfriend, you want to get married? Yeah, so I think she suspected, but I am smart. I am smart.
Yeah, truly, you are. Thank God we have a 19-year healthy child.
I know, 19 years ago.
And so, how was the news breaking to your parents? Like, hi, I am pregnant.
No, I didn't break the news. Who would break the news?
Oh, you didn't?
Then you know, pregnancy of those days is not like pregnancy of nowadays. Nowadays you meet kids, like literally children, 14-year-olds, you know, flaunting their pregnancy. They're like, oh, kids are getting pregnant. You know, I was 18 then. I had completed my high school. I actually passed. Those days we used to say, you pass with flying colors because I had a B.
Oh, job well done.
Yeah, so here I am, first day, expectant. My mom is a teacher, so she will go to school, I will puke, I will do what, I'll throw up, you know, those cravings. Yeah. But then, I think pregnancy of teenagers, when you're a teen and you're pregnant, those cravings, I think, yeah, things move swiftly. So, being the first time, I convinced myself that I wasn't pregnant. So I kept on expecting my periods.
Oh, okay.
1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Okay. Then I think my mother realized that because my boobies were, this is a teenager, what's happening to her? Yeah, so one day, I was 6 months pregnant. Then one day, she's not going to school. So I'm waiting for her to go to school so that I can do my business in the village as usual. She's not going, so I went and like, Mama, you were supposed to take a shower and go to work. Then she's like, since when did you start waking me up to remind me to go to work? I was like, can you close that door? Are you done with your course? Yes. Can you just close that door and yeah, we have to talk. So take off all your clothes. So I'm standing there with my bulging tummy, my boobies, then, are you pregnant? No, I'm not. With a straight face, like, no, how will I be pregnant? No, I'm not pregnant.
Deny.
Yeah, you deny. How would you say you're pregnant? You're not only 19. I'm the firstborn of my mother and father. So I'm there, and then she's like, okay, so, iyo ni githeri umekula? Umeshiba, si ndio? So, yeah, finally, I had to say yes. Who is this? Sasa hapo ndo kuna kizungumkuti. How am I going to say that? Because this guy came from mbali kidogo. Do you know my mother beat me up?
You and your pregnancy?
Yeah, I laid down. Nilitandikwa visawasawa. So that is the time you're saying like, oh, si nitandikwe tu alafu kakatoto katoke tu alafu maisha iendelee. But I thank God she was supportive then. She was very supportive. Eventually, Then, you know, those days, that was in 2002. So those are the days that stigma was there. You know, how can a girl just complete her fourth and get pregnant? You will hide yourself in the house, you know, you will put on those cardigans and sweaters, you know, your friends, your former classmates are coming to confirm like, oh, okay, akona mimba, you know, Diana akona mimba, Diana wa madam, you know. That was then, but I really thank God she was supportive. I gave birth eventually after 1 year. Now she had to take me back to college.
But now, you know, you're missing the part where your dad was a cop.
My dad was a cop. He was away most of the time. Then when he came to realize, he told my mother and me, yeah, you know, like you and your daughter, the next time you come here, I don't want to find you here with your daughter.
Alas.
So I didn't meet my dad mostly during that time because thanks he was working. So I don't know if he was avoiding to come home, but because during that pregnancy period, I didn't meet my dad. He wouldn't. He would just come home for a day and then leave. Then I don't know how they solved with his wife about their daughter. That's what I don't know.
At least you still ended up at home the entire time.
Yeah, the entire, no. At 8 months, you know, I was alone at home. Those village chores, you know, you need to cook, you need to take care of the chicken, the mbusis, then it was overwhelming. So I need to literally run away and go to my mom's sister. So she found me there, she begged me to come back home. I was like, no. You know, my mom's small sister, those small sisters of our mothers are like our sisters. So I was there and then like I gave birth and I came back home when my baby was around 2 months. So yeah, that was it. But it wasn't fun.
At all.
Clueless.
At all.
There's nothing interesting about a clueless, helpless mother who doesn't even know how to breastfeed.
And you remember even our sex education, everything in that was always, this is the biology of it. It was never this is how it happens.
No.
This is how you get pregnant.
Yeah.
If you get pregnant at 19, this is how you take a child. This is how you nothing.
Nothing, totally nothing. So I was just there, a trophy mother. I don't know how to call it because I was basically clueless with napkins. You know, the diapers were not in yet.
Yeah, but lucky you were not lucky.
I was not lucky. It's napkins.
You were washing, cleaning, doing everything.
Yeah, but I thank God anyway. It was an experience, but I'm telling you, there's nothing good, there's nothing interesting about a teenage clueless mother. There's nothing else about that. Yeah.
So you have left your child in your mother's care?
Yes,
at 1 year. Well, you've gone through looking for work, you've gone to Kisumu, now you're in Nairobi. So how has your journey been in Nairobi? To the point where now you started writing the character development stories. Character development stories.
Before we just come to Nairobi, the very first character development, I was beaten, my baby daddy number 1.
Yes.
My high school sweetheart. Who even does that? Who breaks the heart of a helpless, innocent 19-year-old, you know? So I'm going to college. Sorry, let me take you back. So I've gone to college. We've talked to the baby daddy, my sweetheart then. So we are going back to college because we had just completed Form 4, so that when we complete college, then we get married.
That's a fantastic plan.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
It's a good plan.
Yes.
Regardless, it's a good plan.
It's a fantastic
So he comes to Nairobi, Kenya Water Institute. I go to Eldoret Aviation Training Institute. Then we finish. So I am, you know, those days there are no phones.
Yes.
It's just letters.
Oh man, it was so romantic then.
Yeah, it was. Me being a writer, you know. So I come back. I go to see my sweetheart. I meet a heavily pregnant girlfriend.
But he was a very busy man, this one. He's a very, very busy man.
And generous.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Generous.
Nairobi.
Ila nakupea.
Okay,
so I go there, I'm finding this lady's there, me with my 3-year-old. Then she's like, na wewe ni nani? So I'm like, na wewe? Then the guy's not there, he's gone to his boys club, you know. Booze kidogo, nini mtaani. He comes, finds us there. I'm there with my baby. the, I don't know, wife or girlfriend is there with her pregnancy. If I had just have the brain I have now, that woman, hangeniweza, angeenda.
So what happened now at that moment?
Yeah, so he comes there, he's a bit tipsy. Yeah, mabusa za mtaani kidogo kidogo. Then I'm looking at him, I'm like, is it really worth it? So it's not. It's evening, so yeah, I spend there with my baby. Then the following day, I leave. That is the time. That's how I left.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You spent?
Yeah, it is evening. I've run away from home. My mom is not at home. Atasikiza hii kitu. Atanichapa.
Yaani ulienda ukachukua mtoto?
Yes.
Wewe ukaenda?
Si nimeenda kuolewa.
Of course. Oh yeah, because then you ran away to get married.
Yeah.
And you had already promised you're getting married.
Yeah, so nimeenda kuolewa. See, my husband is married. Character development.
What?
Hiyo ilikuwa ya kwanza sasa.
Phase 1.
Promax. Phase 1.
Really?
Yeah, that was then when I left, that was it. I left, then
and it ended there.
It ended there. I just thank God I was not that naive and vulnerable and desperate, because that is how most village girls used to get married.
Yeah.
She gets pregnant at 16, she goes and goes.
And that's it.
Yeah, so I think I had dreams. So
True.
Fast forward, niko Nairobi.
Your dreams bring you to Nairobi.
Yeah, my dreams bring me to Nairobi. I'm in Nairobi. Nimekutana na kajamaka kanisani.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, youth leader. Bwana sifiwe, man. Sister Diana, brother so and so. So we're here. So 1, 2, 3, we're dating. We even gone home.
Home?
I'm telling you this gender.
Who's home?
My home, to see my mom and dad.
You were serious. You were serious.
Very serious. I'm really a serious woman on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. We're expecting then.
So this is baby number 2.
Things are happening. Red flag number 1. Girls. Red flag number 2. Red flag number 3. Mapombe. But you know you're ignoring. Yeah, you're ignoring. Then you know, like women, we normally say tabadilika too. Things will change. Things will get better. They got worse. So here, I've given birth through CS. Things are not getting any better. I'm still staying. You know that line of no one kuvumilia. I tried, but things didn't work. Then shit happened. We'll talk about that some other time. There's something that happened that it was a deal breaker.
Now we talk.
Yeah. So I think I was dealing with a lot of. It was a crowd. Yeah. So I was dealing with a lot of us. Then I didn't have the energy, because I really needed the energy to take care of my kids.
Yes.
Postpartum depression ndo imeingia kidogo kidogo. I was weighing 43 kilograms, a whole mother of 2, a whole human being. Yes, 43. Unavaa nguo zinapita round hivi, unapaka mafuta inakata. So, character development phase 2.
Are you serious?
Then I was like, no, I need to be sober and sane and peaceful to take care of these children. So, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You can't force. We try, but if kama haiko. It's either you're losing yourself by protecting something that can't be protected, or you want to keep somebody who doesn't want to be kept.
Right.
So that was it.
So how did you get out?
I'm a strategizer. So we were staying together. So first of all, I took my son at home. My son was 3 by then. So kamwambia sasa, we don't have a house girl, so I take my son to my mom. I was trying to be a good girl. Yeah. So we took my son to my mother. Then the landlord was a fatherly, because I had shared with him what was going on. So I was telling him, the day that I'll wake up and say I want to leave, don't ask me why.
Yes.
If it pleases you, just give me back my deposit so that I stand on my own. So this day his uncle passed on. Then he was jobless by then. I was the one who was doing everything.
Actually, I was about to ask. He was living in your house.
Thank you. Do you know I was giving him an ATM? Pinch me. I've been a good woman.
So this entire time?
Yes, he had a job, but eventually he lost his job, even before we had our baby. So the entire time, I'm the one who's doing everything in the house.
So you're earning the money, giving him the ATM, he's
To
running
go-
everything.
yes.
To go and floss to other women.
Yeah, to
Hey.
under the table, you know, to maintain his masculinity,
of course.
to massage his ego so that he doesn't lose his masculinity as a man, you know.
Good job.
Wife material. How many yards? Cotton, pure cotton. Yes, so in that period, I'm the one who's doing it, and then he's running out there with my money. Then, you know, on radio, I was doing the breakfast.
Yes.
You do the breakfast, right? On Hot 96.
Yes.
What time do you wake up?
You go 3, 4, that's when you're up.
Yes. You're waking up at 3 to go on, and then somebody is playing around with your money. Hello? Yeah, so that was it. So where are we? We're here. So I want to leave, so I'm trying to strategize. So he's bereaved, his uncle has passed on. So I'm like, no, this is the time, because we're here alone. So, yeah. Do you have fare? No, I don't. See, I give you fare when the matanga ya uncle.
Wait.
Because me, siwezi pewa ruhusa ya kuenda.
Yeah, because you're a twat.
Yeah, so let me just find some fare for you. You go, then I'll get you fare back. So I give him fare, he goes home then. Haraka, my cousin. Hey, Eric, where are you? Can we meet tomorrow? Come with some two of your friends.
Yes.
So haraka, I've called the landlord. I've told him the time is here. I need to move. So go look for a house. See, I hammer.
That's it.
Yeah, with the help of my cousin and his friends, I give them 5 so. Thank you.
You
So-
moved to a totally different area.
No, in the neighborhood.
Okay. So fine.
Yeah, he found me. He found me eventually.
How did he come back?
He came, okay, I think he sensed something because he was calling, I wasn't picking because I was busy. And then he was this abusive man because he will really emotionally torture someone because he will abuse me, call me a slut, you know, those.
With your money?
So he was, no, you're not picking, you send me home so that you can bring men in the house, blah, blah. So now that I had moved, I didn't want to answer him back.
Yeah.
So he just kept quiet. So I don't know, he found his way back to Nairobi after the burial. He found the house empty. Then he texted me, you know, you had to give me fare so that I go home so that you can move.
Like a waste person.
And then I asked him, so when you were abusing me, ulikuwa unaenda wapi? Because you were insulting me.
Yeah.
Ulikuwa unajua unaenda kwa nani sasa? And that was it. So he eventually found me, and then a lot of hula baloo here and there, so drama, nini. Then after some months, I moved to a different class. Then that was it. I think he moved on. I thank God he did.
He did.
Yeah.
So you're safe now.
Yeah.
You're good.
Very. Look at me.
So at this point, how old is your the
7.
interim?
Yeah, the interim.
The
Yeah,
interim.
thank you for noting that.
Yes,
Interim.
the interim.
Yeah.
The interim is 7.
Yeah, 7. That was a gap of around 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
My good Lord. So then how did you start now writing
Right.
for...
I think on social media, most of my writings, some of them are personal experience, life experience, like I've shared, even this story I've shared on social
Yes.
media, most people know. Then others are just inspired because, you know, life happens. These things happen. Then there are those people who can't talk about it.
Yes.
I don't know. Mimi, I like talking about my story because it might help someone. Yeah, it might help someone. Then also it helps heal. Like, if I can talk about it and laugh about it, it means
Eventually you make peace with
I
it.
don't like building up because sometimes it emotionally drains somebody, especially a woman who is a mother,
Yes.
a working woman who is a mother or a working mother. You have a lot of things. So I don't see why I should just let things build up. Yeah.
Okay. So that's how you started. It was like your way of, it was a version of therapy.
Yeah,
It was a form of
actually, yeah,
therapy.
it was a
Yeah.
form of
It
therapy
was a
actually
form of
because I
therapy.
will share, people will come, oh no, you know, I've been through this, I also did this, so I'm not alone. These things happen.
They happen to everybody.
Yeah, and then when I was writing, then when I would write just some, I'm a bit wordy.
Yes.
So I express myself, I'm expressive, you know. Then a lot of people will come, even you, like Diana. Then
Stories are hilarious.
we meet in the corridors of Royal Media Services, you're like, Diana, you've not begun writing yet?
Thank you.
So I did some 2 articles I sent to an editor who is a friend of mine. And then two of them got published, then that was it. Then that's how
you started.
That's how I started.
Because I kept, you know, every time I read it, I was like, you need to do something more than just put it on Facebook. And it used to not upset me in a bad way, but I would get upset. Like,
You
Diana,
used to be
serious?
Yeah, sometimes you will not even talk to me. Like, I'm not talking to you if I've not read any of your published stories.
It did
I'm not talking
make
to
any
you.
sense, though.
I'm not talking to you. So that's how.
But you see how amazing it is, though.
Then most of the things I write, these things happen
To a lot of people.
I write, people send me mails, the responses, like, that's the truth. It happened to me. It happens. So I think those are the things that happens behind the scenes that people don't have the balls or the guts to talk about.
Yes.
But things happen.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
So what is probably your biggest achievement with the articles?
I think I've been more confident that people can relate with my stories or my articles.
Yes.
It has made me more confident as a woman. Then, you know, women don't really speak up.
Yeah,
they rarely speak up.
Really.
Yeah, they don't really speak up.
Yeah.
So when I speak for other women or I speak for people, the voiceless, I think it has made me more confident, and it has, you know, made me like, okay, so this is happening and I can do more about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that people really talk about is you're a media personality and you're a single mother.
Yes.
How do you handle that?
You know, single parents out there say, you know, I'm strong and confident and what. It's not, cause it's not easy. You know, sometimes, because eventually these kids, or basically kids, need both parents.
Yeah.
So sometimes, especially as a woman, it gets overwhelming because you need to do ABCD, you need to go to work, you need to be there as a mother, as a whole parent. So it's not really easy, and you know, have a teenager.
Yes. 19 now. I mean, you've gone through the teen years alone. Pretty much alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hard, especially there's some chaotic, 16, 17 is a
rebellious phase.
It's a chaotic age. You know, this is a whole human being. I remember there's a time you commented, you're like, hey, Diana, this is a whole human being.
Let me tell you that, when I saw that picture, I was looking at this man. It's like, this is an entire man.
Yeah.
Like, he is tall.
Yeah, then he has a voice.
And you know how they get, sometimes, because they think they're taller than you,
Yeah.
they're bigger than you, wanaweza kushika kwa ukuta kugongeshe mahali.
Yeah.
So you don't know.
So it's been tough, even currently as I speak.
Yes.
You know that then they need he's done with Form 4. He needs to make a good career decision.
Yes.
You need to sit him down and talk to. He has a girlfriend.
Does it take you back to when you were 19?
I know. Then, you know, 19-year-olds of now
Are not the same.
they're not
as
the same.
us.
Yeah. We used to be, my mom beat me up at 18 years old.
You try that now.
I can't.
Like, you try.
Sometimes, you know, you were saying this, and they're like, Mom, you don't need to shout. Like, Mom, why are you shouting? You're like, I'm talking to you. You're not talking, Mom, you're shouting. You're like, okay.
Then he's up here.
Is that supposed to be my baby? You're like, okay, sawa. So why are the lights on? Why is the TV at volume 100, blah, blah, blah. You know, yeah, just ask, then we just tell us to reduce the volume. So it's not been easy, because sometimes these kids need their identity. Maybe they need, but we talk about it. We talked about the father. He even went there. He was there for 2 weeks. Life was hard. He came back. Yeah, I thank God he went to that phase, because I think he thought maybe I was denying him, so he had to go there. Lived with the dad for 2 weeks. Uko kwao. Life was hard. He had to call me and tell me, Mom, I need fare. I want to come to Nairobi. I was like, but uko kwenu. I was like, no, Mom, I'll explain. Let me come. So it's been tough, but we're managing. We're managing. He's joining 2nd year in September, inshallah. So we're managing. We talk like grown-ups. You know, sometimes we're in the supermarkets, on the streets, and then like, hey, Mom, people like, where is the mother here? So then something else, also something challenging when you have such grown kids, then the dating scene. The men who will come, you know, they will, you know, you're a strong woman, you know, we admire you. Lies. It's not easy. It's not easy. They will say they admire your strength, but they can't handle it.
Yeah, because then you're already doing everything. So
Yeah.
what are you bringing to the table?
I'm the table.
Wait. Excuse us, please.
Pole pole.
That's an entire quote, eh? We're cutting this part and putting it. It's like, I am the table.
Yeah. So you are the one who's supposed to bring something on the table.
On the table,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not just any other woman who is just there. No, you know, I have taken care of a human being for 19 years. So what are you going to tell me? The table is here. Bring something on the table. The table is here, dressed up. You know.
You're the prize, eh?
Thank you.
There are different faces of Diana. There's Diana who writes, and it's very outspoken about marriage, relationships. There is Diana on radio, and then there's Diana in person. Are they the same person?
No, they are not. Fortunately, I must uni. Unfortunately, they're not. People normally, and a lot of people, judge me by what I read. I don't know why you will just read something, then you judge somebody. This is a stranger you don't know.
But we assume that is your opinion.
No, it's not my opinion.
You don't write down there.
Disclaimer.
This is not what. Yeah?
No. Diana, kwanza the Diana on radio, you know, my audience is, you know, those mothers, grandmothers. Yeah. So I'm a bit reserved, a bit mature, good girl, mama kanisa. Then there's that then on the newspapers, the things I write there. Although I get the feedback that those things happen.
Yes.
Then there's the controversial kind of Diana on social media. You know, don't do this. Don't cook for your man. Don't remove the socks. Don't.
If a married man comes.
Yeah, it's not about you. It's not about you as the other woman. It's about him. You know, those things. But the Diana on the ground is a very, not really very, but a reserved person, shy. Very hopeless romantic. Hapo ndo huwa nachapiwa character development. Cynthia.
Kwa mtu akikuja kuangalia kwamba nakupenda wewe na wewe ndani.
Kusha, lakini siku hizi nimekuwa, siku hizi at least I don't go ndani kabisa. Nimetandikwa character development. These people, that gender. So the real Diana, I'm a very conservative, a little conservative woman. I'm a good friend. I'm a very good listener, by the way. I listen to people. I listen a lot and talk little. I meet people and then they're like, okay, we expect you to talk. I'm like, no, I'm a bit wordy in writing.
When you write,
but in person, I really don't talk much. I listen a lot and yeah, I take time to learn people. I used to judge people. I don't judge people because somebody has made such a comment or somebody has posted such a photo or written this that I'm going to judge the person because of what. No, I get to know people. So people should know that Diana on socials and qua ground,
it's not the same person.
It's not the same person.
Almost completely the complete opposite.
The complete opposite. Yeah, you meet me, you're like, okay, there's somebody who saw me, and then we went out for coffee. Then he was like, but you're just a good woman. So I was like, okay, so you thought I would, but you write different, the things you write and the things you talk are different. I'm like, no, I'm a totally different person on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing.
So that is what people really don't know me. People who know people, if you want to know me, let's meet.
Get to know me in person.
Get to know me in person. Forget about that Diana who makes noise on their socials, blah, 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 So, yeah. But the good thing is the things that I write or comment, these are the things that really happen on the ground.
So it's just a representation of the society, but not of you.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah.
The representation of the society, but not me as a person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you so much for allowing us to sit here to have a conversation, to get a more in-depth understanding of Diana is the real Diana.
The real Diana qua ground.
I really appreciate you taking time.
Thank you so much, Cynthia.
You're welcome.